Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take the information you're curious about and, well, really pull out the insights that matter.
Exactly. And today we're diving into an audio transcript someone sent over. It came as a PDF, actually laying out 12 quick certifications for 2025.
Yeah, 10 main ones and 2 bonus ones, and the angle is that they could be, genuinely game-changing.
Right. Which is a big claim. So our mission here is to kind of look past that life-changing headline. We want to figure out the practical value. What could these actually offer you, our listener, the learner, who wants the important stuff without getting totally bogged down?
Spot on. It's early 2025, right? That fresh start vibe is in the air. And the speaker in this transcript, they're tapping into that, suggesting these quick certs are a way to see real improvements fast.
It really does capture that feeling, a powerful motivator for sure. But okay, let's get analytical. Why these specific certifications? What's the logic? Are they truly the kind of things that shift your whole career path, or are they maybe more focused wins? Still valuable, but, different.
Good question. That's what we need to explore.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's unpack this list. First up, Salesforce Trailhead Super Badge. They say about 6 to 8 hours for this one, no exam needed.
Okay, Salesforce. Huge in the CRM world, customer relationship management. So yeah, getting a super badge on their platform, that could definitely look good for sales or marketing folks. Shows initiative.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
Then Scrum Fundamentals, much quicker, like 2 hours. No exam again, but there's a $49 fee you mentioned.
Scrum, that's all about project management, isn't it? That agile, flexible approach teams use.
Right.
Very useful skill in lots of modern workplaces, helps teams adapt quickly. So different area, but also relevant.
Next is Facebook Blueprint. Takes about 2 to 3 hours, and this one does have an exam.
Facebook Blueprint, likely focused on their ads platform, I'd guess.
Probably.
So if you're aiming for social media marketing or maybe running your own campaigns, yeah, that could be really useful. Verifiable skill.
And after that, QuickBooks Pro Advisor.
Yeah.
Estimated 4 to 6 hours, requires an exam, and costs about $45.
QuickBooks, well, that's the backbone for tons of small business accounting, right?
For sure.
So becoming a pro advisor, that could definitely open doors. Bookkeeping, maybe some small business, financial consulting, practical stuff.
Then it shifts gears a bit. CPR and first aid. The transcript doesn't give time or cost specifics here, but the speaker really highlights how many people aren't certified and that it could actually matter for certain jobs.
That's actually a really interesting inclusion. It's fundamental, isn't it? Not tech, not business software, just basic human preparedness.
Yeah.
And it's true, lots of fields require it. Childcare, fitness, even just general workplace safety rules often mention it. Change responsibility.
Okay, back to the tech side. Google Analytics, 4 to 6 hours, and there's an exam.
Right, Google Analytics. Essential for understanding website traffic, how marketing is performing. If you're in digital marketing, that's pretty much table stakes, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, feels like it. Then Hootsuite Social Marketing. Shorter again, 2-3 hours, exam needed, and about $49 fee. Similar to Scrum.
Hootsuite for managing social media accounts.
And the speaker shared a little story here, actually. Said their Hootsuite skills didn't impress as much as Salesforce in a mock interview. A bit of a reality check, maybe.
That's a useful anecdote. It highlights that, while Hootsuite is a known tool, maybe its perceived value isn't the same as, say, Salesforce or Google Analytics in every context. Depends on the role, the industry.
Good point. Context matters.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Microsoft Excel. 4 to 5 hours estimated, needs an exam, and again, around that $49 fee mark.
Excel. The old reliable.
Still relevant.
Oh, absolutely. It's foundational in so many jobs. Basic data stuff, complex analysis. A certification just validates you've got a certain baseline competence. Can't hurt.
Then AWS Cloud Practitioner. 3 to 6 hours, exam required.
Okay, AWS, Amazon Web Services. That's the big player in cloud computing.
Right.
So the Cloud Practitioner cert, that's entry level. It basically says you understand the core concepts of cloud technology. And since so many businesses are moving online, that's increasingly important knowledge to have.
Gotcha. We're near the end of the main list. Canva Pro Creator. No time or cost mentioned for this one.
Canva! That platform's exploded, hasn't it? For graphic design, especially for people who aren't professional designers.
Yeah, very popular.
So a Canva Pro Creator certification, I could see that being valuable to show off design skills, maybe for social media managers, small business owners, freelancers.
Makes sense. And the 2 bonus ones, LinkedIn Marketing Labs. That one's free, apparently.
Yeah.
It's about 2 hours.
LinkedIn marketing. Okay. Free is always good. low barrier to entry. And learning how to market effectively on LinkedIn, that's useful for B2B, personal branding, job searching, lots of applications.
So that's the full list. Quite a mix. What's your overall take on the relevance of these, just looking at them together?
Well, it's definitely diverse. You've got those foundational skills like CPR and Excel, mixed with really current high-demand areas like digital marketing, Google Analytics, Facebook Blueprint, LinkedIn, and cloud computing with AWS. Many of them really do seem to tap into where things are growing, especially anything related to, digital operations or online presence.
And the time commitments vary quite a bit.
Exactly. Some are just a couple of hours, others more like a weekend project. The costs are generally low or free, apart from maybe AWS, which might have a higher exam fee. I'm not sure if they specified.
They didn't specify the AWS exam cost, just that there is one.
Right. So it feels like there's probably something accessible for most people, depending on what they're aiming for and what resources like time and money they have.
Okay, so beyond the list itself, the speaker brought in this analogy from the movie A League of Their Own,
Oh, yeah.
where the dad tells his daughter to go where the things are happening. They use that to talk about not being stuck by your local job market, especially now with remote work being so common.
That's a powerful metaphor, actually, and very timely. Remote work has fundamentally changed the game for a lot of people.
Right.
Your physical location isn't the hard barrier it used to be for many roles. If you develop skills that are needed in, say, tech or digital marketing, your potential employer pool just got way bigger.
And they tied this into mindset too, didn't they? Mentioning stinking thinking.
Uh-huh. That idea that negative self-talk or just assuming there are no opportunities can, stop you cold before you even look.
Yeah, like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly. If you believe opportunities don't exist for you, you probably won't find them. So being open, being willing to learn something new, like pursuing one of these certifications, that's kind of the antidote, isn't it? It's taking action against that inertia.
That connects to their next point, actually, about taking small steps versus wanting this big grand splash.
Ah, the incremental approach.
Yeah. The speaker observed that people often want like huge credit for some massive business idea right away, instead of just starting smaller, putting in a few hours, a bit of money, like with these certs.
That rings so true. The desire for that instant, massive success can be paralyzing. It feels too big, too risky, so you do nothing.
Right.
Whereas, like the speaker pointed out, many of these certifications are doable in a weekend. You get a quick win, you'll learn something concrete, you build momentum. That's often much more effective for long-term change. Psychologically powerful.
Small wins add up.
Yeah.
Reminds me of, well, the other point they made about people complaining locally, the lazy thinker idea.
That there's nothing to do here complaint.
Exactly, or no opportunities in my town. And the speaker had this really practical suggestion. Try posting daily about cool local stuff. Restaurants, coffee shops, parks, whatever.
Actually brilliant. Force yourself to see the positive, the interesting things right around you.
And in doing that, you might spot unmet needs or ways to connect things. You become someone who knows the local scene.
It combats that passive complaining. It's active engagement.
And then they circled back to the certifications, saying, okay, once you're paying attention locally, maybe you realize that coffee shop needs help with their Instagram.
Right. And you've just done the Hootsuite or Canva certification.
Or the local hardware store needs better bookkeeping.
And you've got QuickBooks Pro Advisor.
Exactly. It connects the skills directly to potential local opportunities, not just remote ones.
That's a really strong link because sometimes the remote job market can feel huge and impersonal. But applying these skills locally, that can feel very tangible. Many small businesses desperately need digital skills, but can't afford a big agency. Someone with, say, Google Analytics skills could offer real value.
It flips the script from no opportunities to what problems can I solve here, which ties into the financial angle they brought up next.
Yeah, the speaker seemed a bit frustrated there.
A little bit about people fixating on getting like business loans or credit without a clear plan or without first investing time and skills.
The point being, there are already problems out there that need solving. Businesses need more customers, better processes, clearer finances, and these certifications give you tools to be the solution provider. If you can solve a problem for someone, that's how you create income opportunities, naturally.
It's shifting from needing capital first to building valuable skills first.
Precisely. That focus on a producer mindset, as they put it, looking for ways to create value, solve problems, maybe build small embeddable businesses around these skills rather than just waiting for a job posting or a loan approval.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The transcript also quickly mentioned relocation trends, top cities, fastest growing areas.
Yeah, that felt like a brief nod back to the go where things are happening idea.
Right.
Just reinforcing that sometimes opportunity might be concentrated elsewhere, and being aware of those trends is part of the bigger picture of positioning yourself effectively, whether that means moving or targeting remote work in those booming sectors.
Okay. And wrapping it all up was this strong emphasis on personal responsibility.
The "you are the driver of the car" line.
That was it. Your life, your career, it's on you to steer it.
And getting these certifications, taking these steps, that's presented as a very direct way to grab the wheel, isn't it?
Yeah. It's presented as taking control, making a deliberate choice to change your circumstances by adding skills.
Which ultimately feels like the most empowering message in the whole piece. These aren't magic bullets, perhaps, but they represent agency, taking action, investing in yourself.
So let's try and boil this down. Our deep dive into this transcript suggests the main takeaway is what?
I think it's that these certifications, while varied, represent really concrete, actionable steps you can take, often quite quickly, to boost your skill set.
Yeah, practical steps for 2025, not just vague resolutions.
Exactly. And while maybe not always life-changing in a huge overnight way, they're definite investments in you. They can lead to real incremental improvements, open new doors, create new pathways.
Absolutely. And the sheer range is notable. You've got tech skills, marketing skills, bookkeeping, design, even CPR.
Which means there's likely something relevant for a lot of different people listening, whatever their background or goals might be.
For sure. Like if you're thinking marketing, the Facebook, Google, LinkedIn ones jump out. Admin support, QuickBooks, Excel, maybe freelance design, Canva.
Right. It prompts a really interesting closing thought for you, the listener, doesn't it? Looking at this list, or maybe similar quick skills you could learn, which one feels like it could be your first step? Thinking about what you want to achieve this year, or even just looking around your own community, like the speaker suggested, what problems are out there?
Yeah.
And could one of these certifications be the tool you need to start solving one of them? Could that be the way you start driving your car in a new direction? Something to chew on.